Hello everybody, it is everybody's favorite gothic boyfriend, TenTillDeath. No, I am not actually on drugs. That is a huge disclaimer. Please do not actually think I am on drugs, and I'm not actually on drugs. Anyways, we are going to be talking about a very important topic, and it's actually kind of controversial. It's very controversial in the LGBTQ plus community, and it's very controversial amongst transgender individuals. And this is not a video for the adults that are claiming to be transgender. You could even argue. You could sit here and argue with me and say, well, this isn't even just a video for trans people. This is just a video for people in general, right? So, what are we going to be talking about today? Today, we are going to be talking about that you have to learn to accept that not everyone is going to accept you. Whoa, I know what you're thinking. Whoa, TenTillDeath. What in the MAGA Republican are you saying? TenTillDeath, you transphobe. Whoa, give me a moment to speak, everybody. Let Papa Ten speak, let Papa Ten cook for a second. And I promise you'll see where I'm going with this. Now, without further ado. You know, and this is just beyond you being transgender. Whether you're straight, whether you're gay, whether you're black, whether you're white, doesn't matter who you are. At some point in your life, you've, been ridiculed, you've been made fun of. Everybody in this world has been made fun of at least once. And everybody in this world has come across someone that just does not like them, even if it's someone that they've never messed with, right? Someone that you've never messed with. And you as a transgender person, you're probably in that boat, but it's a lot worse for you, right? People just don't accept you, outside in the real world, offline. Then sometimes online you see hate comments, and you are just wondering, why can't you get everybody to like you? You've never hurt these people. You've never said anything wrong to some of these people. And yet here you are, a teenager, hating yourself. You're feeling demoralized. Constantly depressed every day, feeling like you are nothing because a few people out there just cannot accept you, just cannot like you. And I'm not just talking about acceptance as in, accepting you as a transgender person. I'm talking about accepting you as a human being beyond identity, just accepting you as a human being. And that's an issue you're going to run into, right? But if you're transgender, it's a harsh reality because a lot of people, good chunk of the population doesn't support transgender people, right? Whatever. But you're asking yourself, okay. How can I accept the fact that not all people are going to want to accept me? I know. That's a very hard pill to swallow. That's very hard. I empathize with you. Because you're just a young teen lost in this world trying to figure out themselves. And you feel like this is you. But people won't accept you for you. And that's okay. Now listen. I'm 25 as I'm making this video. And this is the fact of the matter. I've learned the last few years, especially in my workplace over the last year, and online, I cannot get everybody to accept me. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter how giving I am to people. Some people will just never treat me nice. Some people will never see me past what they see online. I've talked about this on my YouTube channel before, how what you see online most of the time is just me playing a character. Come get to know me offline. Come get to know the real person behind the character, right? And it is hard. It's been hard in my life to accept that, there's been people I've been nice, respectful to, and they put me down. And, they just won't accept me. They just won't treat me right. And I'm a grown adult, and these are grown adults doing this. But at some point, I had to stop people pleasing. I had to go, all right, this person is just disrespecting me every week. And of course, love and compassion, being love and compassionate to people. But at some point, you have to put your foot down and say, hey, buddy, I'm tired of being bullshitted by you. I am tired of being hurt by you, right? And that's the same with you as a transgender individual. At some point, you got to look around. You got to look at all these people that just won't accept you. And you got to say, you know what? Fuck you. Yeah, literally just go, fuck you. I know you're not going to accept me. But you know what? That's okay. And here's why that's okay. Because you, as a transgender person, need to accept yourself. When you accept yourself, people not accepting you hurts a lot less. And that doesn't mean, let people invalidate you as a human. We'll get to that point. This is basically what I'm saying. People will point out your flaws. They will call you a freak. They just won't accept you for you. But when you can accept yourself, when you feel secure in your own skin, it does indeed make a lot of those comments people make towards you feel like it's nothing. It makes it feel like none of what they say matters, because at the end of the day, why should you care what they say? Why should you care if they accept you if you're not even accepting yourself as a transgender individual? You're struggling to accept who you are as a person because others won't accept you. But at the end of the day, you should say, hey, screw what the world thinks of me, right? Because think about it, think about it at this point in your life. You've already faced a lot of harassment from a good chunk of the world. So why should you conform to them, right? Why should you conform to the world, right? At the end of the day, you as a person, whether you're transgender or not, you got to learn to accept yourself. You got to learn to accept your flaws as unique traits about you. You got to learn to accept everything about yourself, because when you accept yourself, all of those criticisms people make about you hurt a lot less. They hurt, but they hurt a lot less. And sometimes you can just brush it off. And you can brush it off because you're like, you might say that I'm not a real girl or a real man, but it doesn't bother me because I know deep inside I am. And so that's why, you just got to accept that some people just won't accept you, but you got to learn to accept yourself, because learning to embrace yourself, learning to embrace your flaws, learning to embrace yourself as a human being, because the world won't, it's the strongest thing you can do. And also the fact of the matter is this, you got to remember there's billions of people on this planet, billions of people with billions of different opinions, right? You can't, think about it, is it logical to get everyone to accept you as a person? I'm not saying just as a trans person, I'm saying as a human being. As a human being, how many people in your life have just mistreated you? Not because you were transgender, but just because they don't fuck with you. They just don't like you. They have no logical reason to not like you. They just don't like you at all. Think about that. And you can't change them. They've already made up their mind about you. You can't change them, queen. You can't change them, king. That's a hard reality to accept, right? People are going to hate you in this world, whether you're trans or not. And, of course, if you're trans, people are going to hate you a lot more. That's just a fact of the matter, right? And now, remember what I said about, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter if they accept you. Don't take that as me saying, oh, you can't fight for your rights. At the end of the day, you should fight for your rights as a person, whether you're transgender or not, whether you're a human being or not, whether they're American rights or not. But just remember, you got to accept yourself first, because the world won't accept you. The world will never accept you. But if you can accept yourself, then it makes it easier to be in a rejecting world. And that's the truth. Until next time, take care. Bye.